What's the haps? I'm Moroka, and welcome to Indie Insight. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Tenshu General, which is being billed as a kind of a light, kind of casual RTS, which I quite like RTS as a concept, but I am disastrously bad at it, so the idea of something that's potentially a little bit more accessible is the sort of thing that is certainly an appealing idea to me. As you can see, it's kind of got the whole kind of samurai era kind of vibe going on. I think that is going to be the recurring theme of it. And it tells us at the bottom we have only one castle called the Tenshu. I don't know why that's there. It's just an odd place to have one random tip like that, but apparently it's there. If we have a look in the options, we have resolution options there. Sound and music can only be toggled on and off, which isn't great. And since the music's just run out, it sounds like it doesn't loop on the main menu, which is kind of weird. As far as resolution goes, I was messing around with it because it defaulted to a different resolution to the one I would like to record with. And it does seem like certain resolutions crop bits of the screen off, so I don't know if you lose anything particularly that way. The default resolution was 1280 by 800, and I reduced it to 1280 by 720, and all it did was just seem to cut a bit of the top and bottom of the screen off. As you can see, just like the top of the flag there, there's a little bit missing, and it's like, did you just crop the screen? Because that seems like the wrong way to be doing things, but okay. So maybe slightly suboptimal in the menu. But let's head on in. We're going to give this 10 to 20 minutes of our time, going in blind, as always with Indie Insights. I'm just going to take a look and see how this grabs us within, the first 10 to 20 minutes or so of our experience. The campaign seems like the right place to start. Next, I suppose? Yes. Can we... really, a start should just throw you in at the start, I think, but okay. Map introduction. 17th century Japan. In his infinite wisdom, the Emperor set out on an expedition to search out new lands. His expert explorers made a grand discovery, a new island with lush landscape and undiscovered riches. The Emperor shared this discovery with a daimyo. I don't know how you pronounce that word. Daimyo? Daimyo? Daimyo sounds like that's probably closer to the mark, of 4 families, Hans, and expressed his desire that they claim the land in his name. They can cultivate the land as they see fit, and keep the proceeds the land will produce, after taxes, of course. The Emperor chose Hans with different backgrounds, ensuring they will compete for his favour. You will take on this campaign as a general of the Atsuko Han. In this mission, you'll learn the basic controls for the game. All other game options are disabled. Everything in the game can be achieved by clicking, dragging, or scrolling. Nice, keeping it simple. That's maybe... I think for anybody who's really into RTS, they could probably find that excessively simple. I think any RTS sort of enthusiasts are going to be like, nah, I need keyboard macros and stuff. Yeah, I don't really want... And unless it's just for the tutorial, maybe it's like, oh yeah, you're only getting the mouse for the tutorial, but okay. Navigate around the mouse. Navigate around the map, you can move it and zoom in and out. Try it now. Can we just click and move? Okay, yeah, learn to move the map. Congratulations, us. Okay, go and zoom with the mouse wheel. Whoop, yep, that works. Good, got it. So we have terrain advantages. Ooh, intriguing. Oh, we have to zoom in until they're satisfied. Right. Finally, you can interact with the map by clicking on map elements. Click on your castle, the Tenshu, to see what is available. Is this our Tenshu? I guess it must be. It looks most Tenshu-like. The Morioka Tenshu, which is a great name because it's very, very similar to Moroka. Okay, cool. It has walls, it has a little bit of army, it does not have an advisor, it's pretty weak. Click on the village to see what we can get for a village. Villages have 1 farm and little else. Okay, and the army in this territory is kind of okay. Good normal movement, healthy attack, healthy defense. They're alright. Click on the landscape to discover the influence on gameplay. So, mountains. It has the advantage for archers and drummers? I don't know. And a disadvantage to, I guess, foot soldiers, I suppose, is probably what that is essentially going to be. Congratulations, you're ready for your first mission. Go us, that was an easy level. Alright, next. Rebels blockade. Time for battle. Your mission is to destroy the rebels that popped up around Tenshu. But now you don't have to worry about resources. Emperor has given you all the things. Click on the Tenshu to buy an army. To buy that. Okay. Oh, so each of these sections is kind of an area to be controlled, I suppose, a province. And we need to buy an army in this one before we can then upgrade our army within this territory. Alright. So, how much money do we have? We have... Is this essentially our currency, 3,200, that we then spend on? I don't know. We buy cavalry. Yes, that is essentially our currency. Got it. Have archers. Cool. Movement is normal. Attack is weak. Defense is weak. We buy some more. Now we have, yeah, healthy attack and defense. 2 of each makes it nice and healthy. Alrighty, I guess that's good. Let's try to destroy a rebel army. Look carefully at the army flag's size, compare it with other flags, and try to decide whether you'll be strong enough to defeat it. That's simplifying it, certainly, yeah. Drag your army to a province with a white rebel flag. So how big the blue flag is compared to how big the white flag is, surely combat's going to be more complex than just how big is your flag. Do you have a flag? Let's make our flag a little bit bigger. I don't know if that did much for it, but hey. Okay. So... Oh, we just pick it up and go, whoop, yep. And we follow the path. And engage. Fair enough. This doesn't strike me as being the most real-time of things so far, but I suppose it's tutorial, what exactly do I expect? I suppose you could still have all this interface and have it be executed in real time, yeah, certainly. Right, yeah, they had less cavalry, they had a lot more infantry, same archers, and the result was... They slew a lot of my dudes, is the result of that. But we slew almost all of their dudes. That was still a fairly close run thing, actually, all things considered. Alright. So, so we actually don't take the province yet, because we didn't completely and utterly rout them, I suppose. And I'm running out of money. Do I attack again? Will that work? Or can we just go... I can see that getting tired pretty quickly. Having to sit and watch that animation every time. I can see... I can see just wanting to, you know, just have it engage. Drag, drop, engage without having to go... as they do the whole marching thing. And I didn't see anything in the options that allowed you to turn that off, so that could get annoying, I feel. Yeah, 2 horses versus 1 dude. Horses win. Kind of thought they might. The skill has been noticed by the Emperor. We only lost most of our guys. That was skill. Go ahead and destroy all the enemies on the map. Okay. So... that's going to provide things to... How often do they provide things to us? So if I drag my army over here, they will march. We will claim this province, I suppose, simply because there is no defense. So we now gain 120... I guess the currency is rice. 120 rice per what? Per movement? In which case that definitely doesn't feel RTS. Alright, let's go grab this province. Let's just take places. Let's take all the places. Many of them are undefended. It's not incrementing. Can we not move into this zone? Oh, hello. Weird. I don't know what that was. Whether that's going to come through on the video. I accidentally managed to click and drag the window instead of the thing because it was right on the edge. Can we not go into this terrain? It does not want to let me go into the mountains. Maybe we cannot pass the mountains. Horses cannot go over mountains? Maybe? Is that what it is? Maybe they can't. Can we see what the enemy has? No. Fog of Worry, I suppose, maybe? Kind of thing. I need to know how we can possibly gain more resources, because clearly these are going to provide us with resources, but it doesn't tell us how often we get those resources, how often that number goes up to allow us to spend it. We do seem to have... Oh, click to improve rice production, so we can upgrade our infrastructure. Can we do that elsewhere as well? I presume we can. Not there. Oh. Oh yeah. If you hover over the name and the bar at the top, it doesn't. You've got to hover over the icon specifically. So for 50... Oh. I guess we're not actually allowed to do that yet. Buy other upgrades first. Nope. They are unavailable to us at this moment in time. Is there anything else in there that would allow us to do it? No. Maybe you need an advisor to do that. But then how do you get an advisor? It could be something that's just locked to me early on in the game, I suppose. Alright, I suppose what we're going to do is go and... Let's spend what we can on this. Yep. And... See how we fare against those guys. I'm hoping there's not many of them. They have a similar sized flag. So hard to say. And, well, the territory went blue, which almost kind of gives the game away as to what the result might actually have been. Yeah. Horses are kind of the more powerful units, I guess. Excellent work. Your favour with the Emperor has increased. Wishes to see if you're just effective in managing the rice production. Oh, okay, so we learned that bit in the next one. It wasn't gonna allow us to do it there. It doesn't seem overly complex. I need to be lowered into it through a long series of tutorials, but hey. To keep your campaign going, you need to manage rice production, rice paste for upgrades, and it's found in villages. Duh. Okay, so now we're actually allowed to do things. So tools give us 10%, irrigation gives us 20%, oxen give us 30%, and that just increases the base amount. Oh, and now time is actually elapsing. Oh, I see. So this little bar fills up, and when that bar has filled up, we gain the amount of rice that it says. I feel like the base amount is going to be the most advantageous early on. If it costs 100 to upgrade it, and I get 40 each time it goes in, that's going to pay for itself, like, really quick fast. You just want to max it, surely. Whereas 50, you get 10%, where you got it on base when you got 40 coming in, an extra 10%, you're going to get an extra 4. It would pay for itself fairly quickly as well, but not as quickly, I suppose? I don't know. I feel like the base upgrades are probably the more cost-effective ones right now. Anyway, that's going to allow us to buy an army, which we don't actually have yet. In fact, what happens if you buy that? Do you just get 2? Oh, I see. Once we've moved that one out, we can have multiple units moving around the map. So then we can move that one over there, and that would allow us to buy... Okay, once our guys have slowly moved. I suppose the animation is there for the real-time thing then, isn't it? Yeah. So, whilst units are moving through, we own that territory, right? So we can click on that. It'd be nice to have a better visual indicator on the map than just the flag, because it's... I suppose it does say there's 2... Actually, what is that? It's 2 attack, 1 movement. That's still not necessarily a representation of what units you've got in there. It's just... A summary, really. So that's got 3 attack, and yeah, that puts the attack up by 3. Infantry has attack 2, attack 1. Doesn't tell you much about their movement, to be honest. I'm just kind of intrigued. Yeah, okay, if you buy more stuff, they move a little bit faster, really. That's just a strange way to do things. They cannot be upgraded. I wonder what we would have to do to upgrade that. I guess our home is going to be where we get most of that. Conquer 3 provinces adjacent to your Tenshu. That's easy enough because there ain't nobody resisting, to be honest, so these guys can not go over here. I don't know why it's not allowing me to move to certain places. That is a little strange. Nope. Nope, not allowed. So if I were to... Do I have to only move them one at a time? No, it can't be one at a time, because even if it was one at a time, I would be able to move to there. Beats me. It is adjacent to my Tenshu, which is exactly what it wants me to do. But hey. Alright, we have got all things. Upgrade a village by buying more farms. Okay, we already did that. Nice work. Don't forget to buy more upgrades in the village to boost production. Look at the landscape to find out which upgrades you should buy first. Terrain... I don't see how that tells us much about which upgrades we should be buying, but okay. That's not necessarily terribly helpful and obvious, but there are rebels to fight in there. Maybe we should fight rebels. These guys can at least have tools, irrigation, and oxen, I suppose. That's... Yeah, now it produces 45. Oh, they make more. That's okay. So they now make 88. I suppose on the bigger towns, I guess just the size of the town is represented on the map, really, isn't it? Just if it's a big town, it makes more. Although, this one's the largest, only because it has more farms. Although it has the most space for it as well. Just kind of different resources on the map to capture, I guess. Interesting. Right, let's I got some money. Let's upgrade our army. That's a fairly potent force. It's a big flag. Let's go capture that rebel province. You guys needs upgrading. I feel like some of my farms need upgrading. That went better than last time. Yeah, I thought I was going to lose more guys. I thought my infantry and archers felt flimsy after that first introductory one, but they survived pretty well. So they can go forth and Conquer 3 provinces again adjacent. Yeah, done that. Got 2 farms, got 2 tools. Oh, they want us to buy irrigation and oxen. Right. Fair enough. Sorted. Oh, I see. That's what the drum is. It's irrigation. It's a bucket of water. Right. You're becoming a master of production. Achieve the target rice production and destroy all rebel armies. So, if we look at terrain advantages, in mountains you get good irrigation. So irrigation presumably is more efficient and gives you a better boost, I guess, if you're in a mountainous terrain. So all of these are mountains. So for the most part, they're going to presumably, you'd want to focus on irrigation there before anything else. In a forest, yeah, okay, you'd want to use tools. Okay, I see how that works. Where are we headed? We have terrain over here, but I guess because it's not linked to us, it's not going to allow it. But at the same time, it's not letting me go over there. I don't know why it's doing that. It's mostly concerned about our rice production right now, so I suppose really what we need to do is just buy things until we're making enough, right? Simple. We're up to 600, and just now we're allowed to go forth and destroy people. Who is there to fight? This is quite a large map. Oh, in fact, this is... Is this not the territory where we started in the last one? Is this whole map like one big interconnected thing? Is the entire game set on one map? Is that what we're looking at? Because this is big for a tutorial. That's kind of neat if the whole thing is just like, yeah, it's like a whole bunch of missions set over the course of one huge map and you're basically reuniting your empire? That's kind of neat, I suppose. I can dig that. Alright, destroy all the armies. Where are we actually looking for the armies? I didn't see... Oh, they're down there. Alright. Let's have these guys back. Let's do it. Let's have the most potent army with an attack of 37. And you're going to go on a little hike. In spite of having all the things, their movement is still only 2. I guess I don't see how having more people would allow them to move faster. It only does to a certain extent, but it doesn't keep going up. Because that would be kind of silly. It's like, oh yes, we've got 100 horses. 100 horses move faster than 2 horses. Well, no, that's kind of not how that works. But what happens here? My archer died. How did you get my archer? God damn it. And now we have that. Cool. And we win! Excellent. Next. Oh, do we have an enemy? Atsuko-han is going forth against Daiichi-han. Alright. Daiichi's a rival. This is going to be more interesting now. I've actually got an opponent who presumably is going to be actually playing against me now. Your level of favour is increasing. You're skilled in the basic aspects. You decide to give the general of a rival family a chance as well to prove himself in the region. Start out by deciding where to base your Tenshu. Oh, you get to choose that. Huh. Alright. Look at the map. Based on your strategy for the mission, deciding which province to build. Hint, 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 it says. Maybe you should put it here. I guess we don't get as much choice in the matter as I think I do. We're ready to go. There's one goal. Destroy Daiichi's Tenshu and report back to the Emperor. Alright. Let's up production. Let's get production right up. What are we in? What territory are we in? It's forests, so tools are going to be the most efficient. Let's get those going. So now we've got 300 a turn. That allows us to buy an army. I'm going to throw some walls up because things are actually going to attack us here. My army is going to be... What terrain are we going up against our enemy in? They are... There's a lot of mountains, and mountains are not good for infantry, but good for archers. I should focus on archers, I suppose. Right, let's have a couple of those guys. They're moving forth. They're moving pretty quick, actually. Yeah, let's go capture this. Although this is a forest, not a mountain, so I'm not well equipped for that. But we did not win that. We are doing okay. I could stand to get 300 to buy myself another cavalry and then go forth. They're going, they're capturing territory like nobody's business. Ah, got you. Now you're mine. Right, you're going to make more stuff for me. How can I not? Oh, I need more rice to buy that. Okay, well, when money comes in, you're going to do more production. Alright, this is forest, so tools are going to be good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's head on forth, capture things. See if we can capture things that are unprotected. They've got resources there. So it'd be worth taking that whilst it's undefended. Kind of want to do that. There's one that is defended there. Oh, no, they're coming for me. They have other armies. Oh, God. Let's gear up. Let's have horses. I have horses in mountainous terrain. They're fairly neutral in mountainous terrain. But they are attacking. Do we want to buy another army? I guess we kind of might, but I'm too late. We managed to defend that at the very least. Right, let's have another horse. They're going to take my town. That's a valuable town. Kind of don't want that. Oh, there's enemies in there. I didn't see that. I do need to build that other army, but I need more resources to do that. I did not win that fight. I've been sent back. Sent scurrying home. I need to regain that town. Are we going to fight there, or is he just going to take the... Yeah, you can have the cheap town. This is oddly reminiscent of a lot of fairly simple RTS things that came out. I feel like last year, I forget exactly when, but there were a number of sort of really kind of basic ones that just revolved around just moving kind of like tokens around nodes and stuff. It's got a vibe like that, to be honest, I kind of feel. I want more territory. I do need more territory. Oh, they went all the way up there to capture that town. I see, I see. I want another army, I feel. Let's get that other army on the go. Then we've got money to buy a horse and some archers. A little bit of an army. You may move. Let us defend things. Let's capture that, in fact. You can go up to there. Matter of fact, can you move them? Oh, you can't. You can't move a unit once you've already set it on course, which is not ideal. We've got a fight. Nobody won nothing there. Oh, another fight. Oh, we won that. I don't know who won that, but I don't know where those fights are. What's that? That is a forest, so we put some tools on there. This is simple, but I kind of dig it. Can't move into that territory for some reason. Let's move these guys back here. These guys probably want upgrading because they just lost a bunch of guys. There are rebels in there. I need more production, I feel. I suppose there's irrigation. There's my basic town as well. They could potentially have some of these. I don't know if that's... at this stage, I feel like I just need to get more sort of base production than just that. But yay, that was a small army. Good, that works. That's fine. This one... Oh, we can have... That's base production. That's what I wanted from this area. So these guys are not strong. We're moving to forest. Forest advantage is infantry. So, buy a couple of those guys. Move forth that way. And who's going to win that one? Ooh, me. Just. Barely. That was pretty close. More base production. It's a forest. Yeah, let's get the tools on the go. This is reasonably strong. I have the money to buy some production, so let's get those there. These guys, I need the money for that. Fortunately, there's no path from this territory to that one, so... This territory is actually pretty secure. That's not... They're not going to win that. The AI is not a smart man. The AI is quite poor, actually, in fact. Yeah. I'll leave that guy there. This one... I kind of just want to upgrade this. There we go. And we've got more. We're moving into mountains. Archers would be advantageous. Move you down there. They're going to crush this one. And that's a big town. Big town is what we need. Let's move you to keep that defended. Yep, that's going to win. We lost a man. But we've got 2 towns in this one. Okay. Oh, that could go either way. That was... Call that one a tie. Oh, there is a path. I don't quite get how these paths are working. That's not necessarily immediately obvious. There are the grayed out paths, and then there's the dark paths. And I'm not sure which ones are which and why you're allowed to use some sometimes, but others not. So mountains are good for irrigation, so yeah, that's good. So that's really good production in that town, so that town's just going to allow me to max out armies pretty fast. I think we probably want to build some other armies, right, don't we? Back to the castle, let's have another army. We need to move this one out first. Let's probably give it a few archers. Let's do that. Let's have a group of archers on the go. Archers, you can stay over there. I do want to keep that one defended. This is big and powerful. Let's go crush things. Oh, there's kind of a shadow that just kind of shows you the relative sizes of your flags. It shows you their flag compared to theirs, which is a nice way to gauge that. That's kind of... it wasn't the most obvious thing at first, but when you know it's there, that's actually quite a nice touch. That's kind of cool. Move forth. Let's capture that town. Let's take that from those guys. The less production they have, the less they can do, which is where I say it's kind of that kind of node control based gameplay, which is just if you have more nodes, you have more resources, and ultimately it becomes harder to come back from that, because if you start losing resources, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do. So for some reason I have to go the long way around for that. We're going to siege them. Okay, that's interesting. It's basically just us fighting the walls, and that utterly wrecked us. Nasty. Sure. What is? Oh God, how's this going to go down? That's not going to go well for us. Yeah. What are walls weak to? Is there something that is strong against walls? Can we get like siege weapons? That's what I would want to know. Right. Let's go there. Oh no, he's going to. Oh, that was a sneaky move. He's going to take my big territory. That's going to give him a lot of resources and take a lot from me. So I've got... man, I need another army. I need that army, and this one needs to be... This one needs to be reasonably effective. Come on. That's going to come over here. I want to reclaim that because he's taken that from me. He's doing some sneaky stuff here, but I've got a very powerful force, so I could take this back. So if that claims that, who would win in a fight here? Not sure. Let's find out. He's just got lots of little armies on the go. Oh yeah, that was not good for me. However, I think I could probably take the walls with my last force here. We've got these guys. It's the full size. It's a full size army. It's literally the biggest it can possibly be. Let's take his stuff back en route. But man, that's some sneaky tactics. In spite of the fact that he doesn't have much production, a single unit can capture literally anything instantaneously. So it's kind of got that going for it. That does allow you to kind of turn the tables reasonably quickly, I guess. So we kill that, we don't lose anybody. Then we take on the walls, take down 3 walls. Oh man. And then I guess it helps if you got a lot of production. One can rebuy an army pretty quickly before they rebuy the walls. And we can go again. Let's try that again. He's recaptured most of my territory. I don't have any other armies going on. Did we win that? I didn't see if we won that. We did not win that. My production's running kind of low. I feel like we can win this. The walls are nasty. You kind of need to have a lot going on, resource-wise, just to be able to recreate your army if it falls. So let's take that. His armies are genuinely bigger than mine now. I want that big town back. I've lost the big town. That's cost me a lot. And he's gonna be attacking me soon. Let's create another army. Let's send this little one out. Want to scout, capture all this territory, turn things blue again. This army, well, I could use some more resources, but I ain't got enough to really fight him just yet. Let's grab that. We just kind of need to own the big town when the timer hits full and gives us the resources. Although why we're not getting production out of this, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because we're not... Oh, probably because we're not connected to our castle. Oh, that's kind of nasty. If you cut off production from the castle, they don't get any of it. So they are... Oh, man. If I were to capture this, they wouldn't be able to get much either. They'd have nothing going on. If this territory was blue... Oh, that's intriguing. That adds another layer of strategy to it as well. So I need to recapture this. I'm going to send these guys through here so that I actually get resources again. Let's connect that so that, yeah, everything's connected to my empire again. So now I actually get the resources each turn. That's connected, that's connected. Let's take back the big... Oh, we can't take back the big one, I don't think. I don't think that's going to happen. However, we are getting money, so that's not going to go well for me. Ouch, on that score. I do have lots of money. Let's buy another army. Okay, big army, take the big town. Big army, big town. That's what we need. So you're going to sit in there. I'm going to engage, maybe? Yeah. Let's take out his armies. If we can take out his armies and cut him off from his production and resources and things, then we would have victory, I think. So that wasn't decisive enough. It was good, but it was not decisive enough. We've got a lot of income at this stage, so actually I should be able to turn this around. Let's build this back up to a full army, maximum power. He's coming in for a fight. That's not going to end well for him. Right, that army's dead. Just dead. I can immediately replace my guys. I'm going to move that over there. I want to take his resources from him. These are utterly useless to him. He can't do anything with that. Do I have another army? I don't. I want one. I want to come over here, take things from him. We're going to have another fight over here. At this point, once he starts losing resources, and he is, it's going to be harder and harder to replace things. I want to intercept him here, otherwise he's going to do a sneak and take things out. Now, he's being sneaky. He's being very sneaky. He wants the big one. He's playing for the big money. Can we have the interface is not necessarily obvious at telling you when you're going to initiate a fight, because it's like they were leaving the area and I was just arriving. It's like, are they going to engage? Are they not? That could be a little better. It'd be nice to know what does and doesn't initiate fights specifically. Kind of hard to tell sometimes. Alright, let's have a siege. They actually haven't rebuilt the walls entirely since last time. So, yeah, we did it. Right, that's quite long enough of that, actually. I kind of went longer than I anticipated there. But that's an intriguing little thing. It's a little more complex than a lot of the node-based stuff that I've seen previously. Stylistically, I'm not necessarily sure I'm 100% sold on it, but obviously tastes vary. You might like it a little more than I do. As far as gameplay goes, it's that same sort of very accessible RTS, but I think it adds enough complexity to be interesting. There's a few sort of subtleties of mechanics. I'm sure there's more I haven't picked up on yet there, but I don't know. I think there's a few things to like about this title. I kind of dig that. Yeah, that's Tenshu General. Yeah, you should go check that out on Steam. I will put a link to that in the description. I would have made a note of the price, but I'm afraid I didn't. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I have been Morocco. This has been Tenshu General.